But hey, it's Ava, and you're clicking on this because I guess you want to work at Chick Fil A, and I'm about to tell you the pros and cons and what you probably think is going to happen and what's going to happen, okay? So, I think I applied for Chick Fil A when I was 16 years old. It was my first job. I was still in high school. I applied on a site called Snag a Job, and I applied, and the application was really long. Like, they asked you your hours, why did you want to do Chick Fil A. It was literally like 13 pages. I'm not even lying. So it took like a week, but they finally called me in for an interview, but it was a group interview. So I felt so much better because, like I said, it was my first job, and I was like, well, it's a group interview, you know, I'm gonna have other people like to feed off of. But then I was like, it's a group interview, so I'm gonna have to be the best, and I was, I think. How did I do it? Like, I don't know. I was the best, honey. So I come up to the group interview. I'm wearing like a dress, like it's like a black dress, very business profesh, and like some flats or whatever. And when I tell you, these kids were not dressed, like, I know we were all in high school and stuff, but like one guy, he was wearing jeans and like a t-shirt. This other girl looked like she just came from school. Like, she looked a mess. But so we go through the interview process. The first question they ask is the basic question, and this is literally where I messed up and I thought I lost the job. They said, I want to know why you want to work at Chick Fil A, and she points at me, and I was like, yes, I practiced this at home. Like, I looked up the questions and I was like, oh my god, I want to work at Chick Fil A because it's my favorite fast food restaurant. The guy who was with her, he was like another manager. His name was Colin. People call him Mr. Colin, but I just call him Colin. He was like, I want to stop you right there. We're not a fast food restaurant. We're a restaurant that serves food fast. I'm not even joking, that's what he said. And I was like, I really just wanted to be like, but I was like, oh, and I thought I lost a job right there. I was like, wow, like, I literally already messed up. So I was pretty nervous. They asked like, what was your strongest trait, your weakest trait, and then they passed out like a little card, and we put like a little like game, like kind of like an icebreaker, and that was literally it. Like, that was it. So they literally didn't contact me for 2 weeks. I called them up and I was like, hey, I just want to learn about my application, because they were playing with me, and I'm not want to be played with. They were playing with me. They like did not contact me back. So I was like, oh, I'm not about to do this. Like, so I called them up and I was like, hi, my name's Ava McLeod, and I interviewed with you guys about 2 weeks ago, and I just want to know my, you know, did I get the job, or if I didn't get the job. And the guy was like, what's your name? And he's like, okay, I'm gonna go ask. And he went to the back and he was like, yeah, you actually did get the job. We probably just didn't send the interview. You're gonna get your training, and we're just sending you our sizes now. And this is where I messed up, and this is where Chick Fil A took half my money. I'm about to tell you right now. So he goes like, it's the pants, I swear. And it's, so he's like, what? So the pants are in inches. And I literally ordered 3 pants, and I remember off the top of my head, they were $22 a piece. So the first pair of pants I ordered, it was like, I ordered a small shirt, and my shirt was red. You know, I had the Chick Fil A, you know, classic red shirt. And then it was like, what pants you want, inches? I put 30 inches. I'm 5'2". When I tell you, those things look like high waters. Like, my first day of training, they looked like high waters. It looked a mess. So then I went to 31. Still too high. I went to 34. I don't know why I did that. Like, I don't know why I didn't just ask somebody to measure it out. So this is just me wasting money, because the first time they just fixed it for me, but after that they're like, they were putting charges. Like, when they sent your check, underneath it would be like -22, and it would be like apparel. They were charging me for it. So eventually I realized I was 32, so I should just went down one more, but it was whatever. So my first week, they kind of threw me in. This was summer, like right when school stopped, so it was kind of busy. They had me working afternoons, which I hated afternoons. Like, I was night shift, night squad, night crew. So they had me working afternoons. They literally gave me a headset. Like, they gave me a headset my first day. I was with a lit girl. At first I was just listening, then she would talk and I would do the buttons. So like, they'd be like, can I have like a 8-count nugget meal, and I would put the 8-count nugget meal and she would respond. Then this girl, she's gonna say, oh, I have to go to the bathroom. She never came back. Like, she never came back. So I was literally on the headset by myself that quick. My first day, I realized how to do it. I had to learn how to do drinks. I had to learn how to do smoothies. Nah, if you work at Chick Fil A, or if you ever worked at Chick Fil A, you know what I'm talking about. So these little Oreo milkshakes and peach milkshakes, when I tell you, I used to get so irritated because this is what happens. So if you're like on headset, where I work, when I used to work, when you're on headset, you would take their order and then you would also make their drink. So they'd be like, can I have an 8-count nugget meal with a sweet tea? I would put it in, and then you put their color car. So let's say a red car comes up. I'd be like, hi, welcome to Chick Fil A. It's Ava, how may I serve you? I'd be like, can I have an 8-count nugget meal with a sweet tea? And I'd be like, do you want any sauce with that? And I'd be like, yeah, can I have Polynesian? I'd be like, it's 2 okay? I'd be like, yeah. I'd be like, okay, I see you around the window. So then I look in the camera, red car, so then I have to go make their sweet tea. And normally I would be finished with their sweet tea by the time the other car comes up, but then there would be this. Hi, welcome to Chick Fil A. Miss Ava, how may I serve you? Hi, can I have a number 2 and then a number 3 and then a number 4 large with a large sweet tea, light ice, and then I also want 2 Oreo milkshakes. That's no problem. Putting it in, that's no problem. But remember that I have to make the drink. So you have to get that sweet tea, you have to get that Sprite, and then you have to get that Oreo milkshake. So it was to the point where literally cars would be going, I would be making an Oreo milkshake, somebody would come up, I would take their order without writing it down, make the milkshake, put the milkshake down, then I would go run to the screen, type in their order really quick, make their drink. So it was like I was always doing something. It was that quick. So I worked night shift from 4 to 10. 4 o'clock was pretty busy. That's when people were getting off work, people were getting off school, and then till 10. And we had like a policy at my Chick Fil A, if you were in line at 10, like, we had to take you. So if there was somebody that pulled up to the line at 10:05 and we still had, and I was still like taking orders, I had to take them, like, because they used to come up to the window and like knock on the windows. People are crazy about Chick Fil A, and this is what I want people to know. They treat it as if we are like God. Like, they treat it as if it's an actual restaurant, and we, like, I understand the whole, excuse me, I understand the whole, like, you know, hospitality effect and stuff, but sometimes I feel like people would take it a little too far. Like, oh, can you come carry this for me, or I'm gonna be this table over here, go carry it over there. So yeah, we would bring you your food, but it was to the point where it would be like they would like flag you down, like, can I have Polynesian sauce, please? And I'd be like, of course, my pleasure. And then I'd be walking away like, and I literally, Chick Fil A got so stressful. So I was young. I think I was 16, or I was 16, 17, young, and I was basically acting like a leader. Like, I was like, can you do this? You know, they had me as a trainer, so I was training people. People didn't want to take me serious because I was the youngest one at night shift. So it was like, normally the younger kids, they would work earlier in the day and in the morning because their parents didn't want them coming home at 10 o'clock at night. I used to work at night with like people who were in college. They're 18, they're 19, they're 20s, they're old, but it's like they gave me the responsibility, so I would like try to like regulate and stuff, and nobody listened to me because I was so young. It was literally so much drama at that Chick Fil A. Like, there were relationships. It was like, I just don't have time for it. So anyways, I don't know. Okay, so yeah, that job was really stressful. It was really fun at times too. Like, I would be like, yeah, I get to go to work literally because my friends were there. Like, I would be there every day. So we would like hang out before, we hang out after, take our breaks together. But then before I quit, this is what happened. So one of my friends got fired. I don't know why she got fired. Another one left. Then another one left. Then another one left. And the thing about like the rest of the crew, like morning crew and afternoon, that was like where a whole bunch of people were, but nobody ever wanted to work night shift. So it was always the same, like 4 to 5 people, and then like the 3 people in the back. Like, it was the same every day. So when people started leaving, it was like I trust her to the point, like, we had a bond. Like, I know if I don't make that milkshake and she sees I didn't make it, she's about to make it for me. Or if she's like on the phone talking to somebody, I'm gonna go take that order, I'm gonna bag it for her. These new people came in, when I tell you, I was so irritated. Like, I was like, can you do this? Like, can you work faster? I need you to go faster. We would be leaving at, so this is the thing, we close Chick Fil A at 10 o'clock. Our like boss, like not the manager but the boss before that, he wanted us out there by 10:30. So that's 30 minutes to clean the whole entire area. And you think, oh, no, it's a lot. Like, we used to have to, you know, scrub down the tables, mop the floors, get sauce, you know, wipe down the ice cream machine. And then, you know, I would stay later and I would go help people like in the kitchen because we didn't have a lot of kitchen crew. We would be leaving at like 11 o'clock, 11:40, you know, 11:30. I'm not even lying. And he would literally be looking at the cameras. Like, I get to this house calling, why is she not doing anything? Why are y'all still there? Everybody needs to clock out. Like, all he cared about was us being on the clock. Now I'm going to talk to y'all about pay, because I'm sure this is a big misconception, okay? Everybody's like, oh my God, she works at Chick Fil A. Chick Fil A is expensive. She must get paid a lot. I started off at $7.25, minimum wage in Georgia. I got a raise 2 months later to $7.50. I got 25% raises, like all the way up until I want to say I hit $8.50 right when I was about to leave. So like at my year mark, I hit $8.50 because they were giving me 25% raises. And mind you, I was literally making like $300, like I think I was making like $360, $400 a week. And it doesn't sound like a lot, but when you think about minimum wage and then how I was in high school and I'm making $400 a week, that means you can tell how many hours I was there. And if I was actually getting paid like how I felt like I was supposed to be getting paid, like $9 or $10, you know, for what I was doing, I was basically being like a supervisor. Maybe I wasn't like supervisor, probably get paid like 15, who knows how much they get paid, but I was definitely underpaid. I was stressed out, I was underpaid, but I didn't know because I was so young, and I think that's the issue. So Chick Fil A, everybody knows like Chick Fil A will hire you if you're in high school. If you're 16, 15, they're gonna get you, but it's your first job and you don't know, so you'll take anything. But if like now, if they wanted to offer me $7.25 for doing all that, I would have been like no, and I would have stood up for myself right then and there. But because I was so young, I didn't, and that was a big issue. So I'll tell you how I quit. So I didn't quit the right way. There was a girl, I'm not gonna say her name, I'm just gonna call her Tequila. I'm gonna call her Sunshine, okay? No, I'm gonna call her Cloud. Okay, I don't know why I just I'm gonna call her Cloud. So me and Cloud did not like each other. It was drama basically because there's a guy who worked there and I used to hang out with him. I think like we were kind of feeling each other, but what was her name? Cloud and him apparently had like a thing before I got there that I didn't know of. So she like I think had an attitude with me because of that, but I didn't really care because like I liked Cloud. Like I still he still hits my heart sometimes, but it's like whatever. He's moved on. He's graduated college. Like he's done. I mean, he has a life. He has a girlfriend and she's beautiful. So bless him. I love you, Cloud. Not like that, girl. Don't fight me, because I'll pepper spray. I don't fight. But anyways, so we didn't like each other. She used to like do little digs, and at first she was just like with me, but she got promoted to a shift leader, which was basically what I was doing. So I was acting like a shift leader, I just didn't have the title. So she got, I think she got the pay, and then she got a shirt. And when she got the blue shirt, oh my gosh, she started putting me on stuff I didn't want to do. She started making me do stuff I didn't want to do. And one day, I think I was like bagging food, so I was the bagger. So the bagger is like the person who makes your food. So, well, I put it in there. So the cooks in the back, they put like the chicken nuggets, you know, in the boxes, and they put it down the chute. And then let's say if you had an 8-count chicken nugget, I would get a bag and then put the nuggets in and pass it down. So I guess I was doing it like a little rude. I probably was, because I didn't like her. And she was like, do you have an attitude? Do you need to step away? Like, she just said something, and it literally, I think I was just in a bad mood that day. Pissed me off so much. When I tell you, I literally was like, yeah, I need to step away. I didn't clock out. I went to the back. I grabbed my book bag, because I was at school at this time, because okay, so this is like towards the end. So I got hired during summer, but I was working towards school. So I would come straight after school. I went in the back, grabbed my book bag, and I walked out, and I didn't clock out or whatever. And when I tell you, of course I didn't drive. I didn't have a car at this time because I was so young, but I literally lived like 2 minutes away. I took my book bag and I literally walked out, and I walked there, and I didn't come to work for the rest of the week. And we still have to put in like our availability every week. So they started sending me, well, they started scheduling me still, because they would schedule me anyway if I didn't put in my availability, because they knew I worked nights. But they started sending me blank schedules. And then eventually I got an email like asking me if I was coming back, and it was just the way they put it. I just felt like so like they didn't appreciate me, and I sent an email and I went off and they didn't reply. I really wish I still had that email. I might be able to find it. If I find it, I'm gonna like, no, I'm not gonna put it up. But it was disrespectful. Like, I probably won't be able to work. I'm pretty sure I could work at a Chick Fil A again, but I don't want to. But I would never be able to work at that one because of what I said. But I went off and they started sending me like blank schedules, and then eventually it stopped. So I was like, okay, I guess they're done with me. And they mailed me my last paycheck, because I didn't do direct deposit. I had checks, and that was it. So I don't know. I just feel like all these reviews on YouTube about Chick Fil A are positive, and it's not. It wasn't a positive job for me. It's stressful. We're underpaid. You're taking advantage of, I feel, the corporation as a whole, I feel. Or maybe it was just that one branch, but it was horrible. And I wouldn't wish working on anybody. And that's how I feel. And that's my story. And that's my first YouTube video. So, bye. I'm just gonna cut this thing off because it's literally been like, whew, it's making me hot. All right, bye-bye.